Okay, I'm back. Episode number 2 of Demonic Attack. Okay. Um, let's get it going. I'll give you a picture. It's late night with a friend. Friend is drinking heavily. Yet again, tool of the devil, people, I'm going to tell you. That's why God cautions us so much about drinking, is that it is, you become the vehicle, okay, for any demonic spirit out there. And when I tell you that this person became that, they did. Um, they had been out, came back, and I was, once again, unable to leave the situation. So, there's some anger involved, there's some screaming involved, and I'm praying, because by this time I had really gotten into praying. Like, it started to really kick in how much praying was important. So I'm praying, right? But the attack keeps going. It keeps going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny, and from room to room, the attack is going. And I'm just praying and moving to another room and praying and enduring. I would say it was like an endurance situation. And it's late night, I'm tired, and I'm begging, please, friend, go to bed. I am begging, right? And I'm losing strength. And the demonic knows when you're losing strength, okay? They can tell, believe me. Because the attack intensified, and it got to the point where I ended up in the bathroom, and I'm unable to pray. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. It's like 3 a.m, and I'm tired. And I don't have any strength left. Like, I'm not even answering this friend. Like, I'm not even saying words, right? Just the demonic attack is ongoing, and there is no stop to it. And the amount of drink that was drank was a lot. So there was a lot of fuel for this attack. And I'm sitting there on the floor, kind of in the fetal position, just kind of not laying down, but sitting, and my knees pulled up, and I'm just no strength. And I had gotten to the point where I had no strength to pray. Tired, exhausted, almost nodding out, just so tired. And suddenly I say to myself, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing. And I start singing, the joy of the Lord is my strength. 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 And it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't all happy. Okay, I'm just singing it. Like, I am whisper singing it at first because the screaming was incredible, and the entity was adamant that I should scream back or fight back or something, but I just started singing. The thing kind of got confused, moved away, and moved down the hallway. And I get up to see what's going on, because suddenly this friend comes really quiet. I'm like, oh, okay, I better go check and see if everything's okay, And I peek out, and the hallway is dark. The light is on in the bathroom, long hallway, dark hallway, light in the bathroom behind me. And I look at this, what I call a thing by this time, and a voice comes out of its face. And it's not that friend's voice. Nope. No, it's not. And I think I mentioned this before about an attack that happened where this entity had told me, you're not going to survive the night. Well, that was this moment. You're not going to survive the night. It was that evil. And it was not my friend's voice. Nope. Not my friend's voice. Not my friend's voice. And there was a darkness to the figure in front of me. So dark. Like, I was just like, oh, you're not going to survive the night. And I was like, Oh, and at that period in my everything, I knew there was something wrong with that voice, but it had not clicked in my head fully that that person had become a completely different entity. I was not savvy. I was not wise. I just knew that that voice scared me. And so I tucked myself back in the bathroom and shut that door and kept singing, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." And that entity came down the hallway, opened the door, bent down and started screaming in my ear. Screaming at me, screaming. And so I continued to sing, continued to sing, continued to sing. And the entity got mad and screamed, "I'm leaving." And I said to myself, well, thank God. And it walked out of the room and I shut the door. And I thought, well, not for long. Because the thing in my mind, I knew that what was going on was it was waves of attack, and so it would be back. I didn't call it an it at the time. I thought it was the person fully, and I was kind of sad and upset at the person. But know your enemy, people, because that was a skin suit. That's all I can describe what it really is. And that what I was doing was fighting a demonic force. And so it went away for a minute, got quiet, and I'm still singing. Oh, I didn't stop singing. Nope, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And then suddenly it came back. But as it's walking down the hallway, I pray the most intentional prayer I've ever prayed in my life at that moment, in that time period. I prayed, "Lord, do not let this person open that door and come in. Please, Lord, take that person and put it to bed." And I didn't say it, I said him, but put him to bed. And there was some banging. There was some banging on the door as if he was trying to break it down. There was some violent speech as if he was going to force his way in, right? But that didn't happen. Okay. That door never opened. Never opened. It shook. It got banged on. It shuddered the door frame. The banging was so hard, but it never opened. And then it said, "Oh, I'm tired." And it took itself to bed. So, I'm going to tell you something. When you speak intentionally about your needs to our Father in heaven, He hears and He makes a way. I cannot explain to you how intentional that prayer was, how much I repeated it a couple of times as that thing was walking my friend down the hall. I intentionally asked that. Do not let him open the door. Please put him to bed. And it happened. That door didn't open. Could have opened. There was no reason why he couldn't have broken it down. He couldn't have picked that lock, real simple lock, take a butter knife and turn, like that kind of lock. Like, simply speaking, he could have come in. He never did. The door never opened because the Lord was there and the Lord stopped him and the Lord put him to bed. So that is demon attack number 2. And be intentional about what your needs are, because the Lord will protect you. He will be there. He will supernaturally save your butt in some of the worst situations. And He'll show you that's all you had to do. Like, that's all I'd had to do earlier. I know that now. But I didn't know that. I know that now. Okay. That's it for that episode.